Hi, and welcome back to the Origin Summer Preview. I'm here with Chris from Calliope Games, and this is Hive Mind. Hives is about bees.
Yes. Well, it's about bees in peril.
Ooh.
So this is a game by Richard Garfield, who's done a few things in the game world.
One or two things.
A couple things. In Hive Mind, the queen has taken a look at the hive. Winter is approaching, and the hive is just a little bit too crowded.
Oh.
So she needs to make some cuts.
Okay.
So she's decided she's going to administer a test. She is going to ask the drones questions and see how they answer.
Okay.
Because they need to be of a like mind to the queen, so they can
be of a like mind.
I don't understand that.
Oh.
What you're going to do is you're going to ask questions, and you're going to try to match the answers to other players in order to stay in the hive and not move a level down towards the exit. Because if you get to the bottom level and then you are the lowest score again, you are out.
Okay.
Everyone else at the table will win because they stay in the hive and you are the loser. That's right, you are playing.
You're playing not to lose.
Exactly.
Okay.
Everyone else will win.
Okay.
So everyone will start. This is prototype materials right here. These are just some basic things, but these will be beeples. It will be bee-shaped meeples. Beeples. Beeples.
Okay.
They will start at the top of the hive. And you can play this game 3 to 12, but really you can play with any number of people. You can get a whole crowd of people playing this. We'll provide 12 pawns or beeples.
Yes.
But you can always get anything you want if you want to play with more. So everyone starts at the top, and then the player who's the active player will roll the die, and they will move the queen a number of spaces. And this shows how many of the lowest answers are going to cause you to go down. So in this case, 1B, the 1B who's got the lowest answers, lowest number of matched answers, or it could be a number of players who have the lowest score. If you're tied, you're all going to go down together. So then the active player is going to read a question. Like in this case, what are 3 game pieces? So everyone will take their piece of paper, and this will be a full-on piece of paper, not a little thing again.
Yeah.
Everyone will then scribble down. Maybe they say dice, or maybe they say a spinner, or they say cards, like Rodney Smith would say, or they say something like that.
Yep.
Once everyone has answered, you get 2 minutes on a sand timer, then you read off your answers. You get a point for every answer that you came up with. So as long as you wrote something for those 3, you're going to get a point, and you get a point for every player that you match with as well.
Okay.
Now, here's where this game gets interesting. This isn't a trivia game where you have to know like what's the tallest building in Chicago. This is something where it's about your experiences and your opinion.
Right.
So if I know that you are a huge Harry Potter fan, which he is, and the question is, what are 3 of the best books of all time? I might be thinking, well, Eric is a huge Harry Potter fan. I know he's going to write Harry Potter, so I might stock up my answers with 3 Harry Potter books. But you might know that I love Lord of the Rings, and you're like, well, he's going to write Lord of the Rings, so I'm going to do that. So we've just outthinked each other.
Yeah.
If we had outthought?
Yes. Outthought.
Exactly. So it's all about experiences, it's all about opinions, and it's all about reading what the other people in the room might do.
Right.
So you don't really have to know a lot of stuff. You just have to answer the way you think you would answer. I played this game with some people. The question was, what are 3 breeds of dogs?
Okay.
And they all knew each other for years. College friends, high school friends.
Yep.
They all answered, and they put, Labrador Retriever, Beagle. And then they began yelling and laughing at each other because they weren't answering what their own pet dogs were. And each of them thought the other would write what their other... What?
Yeah.
You have a Bichon Frise. Why didn't you write that? It's like, I wrote Beagle. I'm sorry. That kind of thing.
Because you have a beagle.
Yeah, exactly. So once you've answered the questions, you tally up the scores. Whoever has, like in this case, it's the lowest score, that player will move down 1 spot. Now let's say the lowest score was a 3 and 2 players had a 3. Both of those players would move down because it's the 1B or Bs that have the lowest score.
Yep.
As you go on, it goes to 2. So now the 2 players or tied players that have the lowest scores will go down, and so on. And there's also 3s. You might get a brief reprieve because there's a honeypot, which allows the person with the greatest score to move back up 1, but you're still going to lose 1 person going down. And there's these hive gates that are here. These are kind of a catch-up mechanic. So if someone's on that level and they're about to go down, you remove a hive gate instead of going down. So that's a little bit of a catch-up thing that Richard included, and it works really well. But this is a game where you play with people. If you don't know people, it gets you to know people. And if you know the people at the table really well, it makes for some really interesting answers. And you just laugh at people and what they put. If I ask you what are 3 unusual pets, you might say a snake, I don't know, a parrot, a tarantula. I might say an alligator and a bear. And when I say that, I've seen people with a bear as a pet. And you say, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So it stimulates great conversation. It plays, people just have a great time. You ask questions, you just laugh as you hear people's answers to things. So Richard Garfield came up with it. He loves playing this game with his family. And at first I thought, I don't know about this, it's Richard Garfield, but he knocked it out of the park. We love playing this with people.
How soon do we see this?
September, this will be on shelves. Kickstarter backers who back the Titan series will get this a little bit sooner, but it'll be in stores in September. And we're really looking forward to hearing all the stories of the answers of these questions. It's going to be great.
Excellent. Chris, thank you for giving us the buzz on Hive Mind. I'm sorry. Thanks for watching.